Hi, this is Christy from Making Cards with Friends. You can also find me on Facebook at Snail Mail by Barella. I am doing Kendra's Card Challenge 16. I started at 14. I finished that one. 15 is still in a box waiting to be finished. And so 16, I told myself I was going to finish in a finite amount of time. I used 49th and Market Rustin Rebs. I was going for a gender-neutral masculine look. And this paper pack helped me achieve that. However, when it was time to put the elements on, that was quite the scavenger hunt. I tend to have a lot of flowers and cutesy animals and feminine style elements. So not only was Kendra's Card Challenge a challenge, but when it was time to put the elements on, that was definitely the bigger challenge. This video is very sped up. After I cut all the pieces, it actually took me about an hour and a half to assemble, which seems like a long time, but for 15 cards, that is very little time, especially for me. I can spend 3 days on one card, so I am an extremely slow card maker, hence snail mail. And my husband always calls me by my maiden name since college, so snail mail by Barella it is. I started card making in March of 2021. I actually started a multimedia Facebook class hosted by Jennifer Chamberlain called Tiny Tattered Houses. And the tiny tattered houses were card size, but they weren't necessarily cards. And in that group was all multimedia. We created our own papers. We used things like cereal boxes and all kinds of different household elements to create our creations. And I had a really good time making those. But then I stumbled upon Gina K. And once I saw Gina K making cards, I was hooked. After Gina K, I started looking around and I found Brutus Monroe. And through watching Brutus Monroe, I started watching lives. I think it was September of 23 when he would come on every night, and I couldn't wait for the evening so that I could watch Christopher Allen make some cards. So from there, I was really hooked. I started going to Pittsburgh. He offered some lives, and in October of 23, I went to merrymaking. I went with 2 friends, and even though I didn't know anybody really, I had a great time. Everybody was very inclusive and loving and treated me very much like I was family. So that was a really lovely time. I went to the anniversary party in December, and that was a little more awkward, but I still went, and the goodie bag we got was amazing, and I probably still haven't used everything that's in that bag. So from there, I signed up for Spring Fling. And when I went to Spring Fling, Jessica and Heather, they kind of hooked me up with Francie. And Francie, who doesn't know a stranger, kind of took me under her wing, and she included me. She kind of included me with Mary Alice and Cindy and Andrew, and then every thing became very real to me. So when I came back home and got on the lives, I knew real people. So I started watching even more and buying even more. So, which is funny, I added up one day, and between 23 and 24, I purchased probably $6,000 in Brutus Monroe products and classes. Whew. So I met Francie. Francie introduced me to Melissa. Walter was on the lives. I hadn't met him in person, or Melissa. And Walter's post, they spoke to me. He is he has a very vintage style, but his stories with his posts are what drew me into Walter. I felt like we were kindred spirits. Melissa and Francie were kindred spirits, and one day we said, why don't we make lives? And so from there, I asked 3 people, 2 pretty much strangers, if they wanted to do a live with me or together, and somehow they said yes. So we started making cards with friends. We're on Sunday nights, Eastern 7 o'clock, and it has been so wonderful. I've had the most amazing time with this journey, and I could not have picked or have been paired up with a better bunch of people. So come see us at 7, and thanks for watching.